You have a choice of one of 8 unique classes in Dungeonborne. Most of us will immediately turn our attention to a specific class because we play something similar in another RPG. Or better yet, because we think it looks cool and fun to play. But if you want to dive into Dungeonborne with gusto, learn the game's nuances and mechanics, and escape from the dungeons alive with your loot, then the best class to learn the game is, by far, the fighter. Sure, you could argue that the fighter is one of the most basic and boring classes in the entire game. To some extent, you'd be correct. It's your standard sword and board class, wielding a one-handed sword and shield in its first slot and a two-handed sword in its second. But the available skills, like Whirlwind, make it a top contender for new players struggling to grasp the game's combat system. Furthermore, Fighter offers some of the best strength and stamina, which increases physical damage for the former and increases max life along with physical and elemental resistances with the latter. It's the perfect mixture of survivability and damage dealing to create a tank. Alternatively, if you prefer something a bit more nimble in combat, then the second best Dungeonborne class for beginners, in my opinion, is the Swordmaster. This elven class deals significant damage using dual one-handed weapons, along with ranged attacks using a crossbow. But more importantly, they're adept at chasing down enemies quickly and ending a battle from behind. That said, Swordmasters tend to excel in solo play more so than in group play. They're adept at stealth, hit-and-run tactics, and quick maneuvers, none of which lend a hand to group combat encounters in Dungeonborne.